Level 2, holding the pick. And we're going to learn how to hold the pick in the most efficient way. And it's very important before we get into right hand position on the guitar. We're going to learn how to use what nature has given us so that we can move more freely and with less work. And so we talked about when we learned how to hold the guitar, how important it is to keep the wrist straight. You don't want your wrist bent this way or this way. By keeping your wrist straight, you can move much easier. So that's going to be our foundation as we learn how to hold the pick. So the first thing I want you to do is to make a fist with a nice straight wrist. And then I want you to simply relax your hand just like that. And that is your natural picking position. That requires no work. So this is work. And this is work. But if you just relax your hand, that is no work. And that's what we want. We want to play the guitar with as little work as possible. And so by making a fist and relaxing, you're going to learn what your natural resting position is. And we're going to use that to hold the pick. Next, we're going to put the base of the thumb up against the side of the finger. Kind of like what I've got here. So you can see the end joint here is going to crisscross with the end joint here. And that makes a perfect little T right there. And if you do it properly, you've got a nice O shape here. So there's a T shape formed by this joint and this joint. And then you got a nice O shape just from relaxing your hand. And you want all the other fingers to fit the same contour. You don't want this. That's work. You don't want to clench your fist. That's work. Just want a nice relaxed hand. Once again, you're crisscrossing the last joint of the thumb up against the last joint of the finger on its side. And that's what you have right there. What I like to tell people is to crisscross your fingernails on the very end. You don't want your thumb up here, and you don't want them down too low. You want it to crisscross that last end joint. Basically, your nails, your thumbnail and your fingernail are intersecting each other. Now, a common problem I see that creates a lot of tension is with the thumb. And that's caused by bending the thumb backwards. You don't want that. And you don't want to bend your thumb forward this way either. You want your thumb to be nice and straight. So from the side here, you don't want that and you don't want this. Those are too extreme. Basically, if you make a fist and relax it, it'll put your thumb in your natural position. You can see mine's a little curved, but it's not extreme like this. It's just nice and relaxed across there. And that's going to keep this muscle from having to work too hard. Once again, work with what nature gave you. Now all we have to do is insert the pick. And you'll notice the shape of the pick. We've got the point, and the point is running long ways. So there's the long part of the pick. And if you think of that point, or the tip of the pick, as your fingernail, then that should help you determine the position of your pick. And notice the side of my finger, see? Right there? The pick is going to run parallel with that. And so what you have is the tip of the pick is really acting as my fingernail. And then the thumb is running perpendicular to that point. So maintaining your shape, long ways of the pick is running parallel to the finger, and then the thumb is running perpendicular to the pick. And just a little bit of the pick is sticking out. You don't want this. That's too much. That's going to get stuck in the strings. You just want a little bit of it to stick out like that. And that is how you properly hold the pick. So for practice, you can follow these steps. Make a fist, relax the hand, crisscross the thumb, the end thumb joint over the end finger joint like this. And then you take your pick, you put it on the side of the finger, just like that. You can literally balance the pick on top of the finger. Once again, the point is facing the same direction as the fingernail. And then you just simply bring the thumb over the side of the finger. And if you turn it around, that's what you've got. You don't want too much of the pick sticking out. You want just a little bit of the pick sticking out. You don't want your fingers sticking out, and you don't want to make a fist. Don't clench your fist. Just a nice, relaxed position. It's what nature has given you. And that's how you properly hold the pick. Now, it's not the only way. Other teachers have different strategies for holding the pick, and those are all good. There are great teachers doing different things with the pick. Some like to hold the pick up against the middle finger. I like to hold it up against the index finger. A lot of great guitar players do that as well. I feel like that this method is going to give us access to other techniques down the road that I feel are important. So that's what we're going to go with. As we move forward, I want you to be aware of how you're holding the pick before you start an exercise. And by doing so, and by using proper technique, you are eliminating a lot of problems down the road. You are becoming a better guitar player instantly by employing proper technique. I know a lot of you at work and at school are used to holding a pencil or a pen, and you're going to be tempted to hold the pick that way. So this may feel awkward in the beginning, but I promise you, once you get used to this, it's going to become very natural, and you're going to become a better guitar player much faster. And we're going to be using the pick to play our scales and to strum chords in future levels.